This is a video response to Blows Himself Up dude's video on comic books to give to kids. I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. These books generally I think kids would enjoy, but also, it would kind of make them want to learn more, because with these books they're not just kitty books. They're more than light of everyone can read these books. Okay, I'm gonna take a suggestion from your list, which is Hellboy. Yeah, I do agree. I think kids will pick up Hellboy and they'll be able to read that without being offended. Like you said, the parents can get past the name and whatnot, and you see it for what it really is. I think they would let their kids read this and they would enjoy it. Yeah, he smokes and there's a little bit of violence in there, but chances are, if the kids are around, say, 8 through 13, and they're already being taught in school, they're already learning about, from the school teaching staff that, about drugs and, violence and stuff like that. They're already learning about that. So this will kind of tie into that. Another suggestion I would think kids would like, more of the mainstream stuff, is Ultimate Spider-Man, the Brian Michael Bendis run on Ultimate Spider-Man. Especially if they've seen the recent movies with Spider-Man, they would definitely kind of get an idea or kind of learn about the character through Ultimate Spider-Man. I think that's a good book kids should read, and they would enjoy. Another one is the Batman and Superman books, Batman and Superman run. Generally, those books are pretty lighthearted, and you get to see the characters of Batman and Superman team up, and it's a well-written book. Yeah, there's been some issues that are really bad, Jeffrey Loeb run and all that stuff, but generally, I would give that book to a kid and say, hey, you should probably read this. Another one is from Dark Horse, is The Goon. The Goon is very similar to Hellboy in the fact that, yeah, there's violence there, and there's drinking, smoking, and all that. But like I said, if they're being taught this stuff in school, and not to, and their parents are teaching them not to, use drugs and whatnot, they'll probably read this and understand it and get what it's all about. It's generally a lighthearted book too. Another one is Ed Brubaker's run on Immortal Iron Fist. That's another book that's very lighthearted. It can get very dark at times, but the characters usually in the book are very lighthearted, and chances are if they are interested in superhero stuff, they'll probably, this is a good way to introduce them to an unknown superhero that they might like also, which is, Immortal Iron Fist, and he's a great character, and I think that's something they would like. Now, this next suggestion might be a little controversial. Invincible. Robert Kirkman's Invincible. Yes, Invincible is probably one of the most violent books out on the stands. It can get very violent, in fact, and but that's something you can always talk to your kids, or your nieces or nephews or your siblings about. You can say, hey, yeah, this book is going to get violent, and we can have a talk about that and go from there. But it's a well-written superhero book. It's easy to get into. It doesn't have years of continuity and things like that. It's just easy. You can jump onto it, and they'll be able to read it and enjoy it. And as they read it, they'll come to enjoy it. They'll come to see that they grew up with this character. Like, this will be their Superman or their Spider-Man that they grew up on, and they'll see what the difference is between kind of independent books and mainstream books. So those are my suggestions I would give out there to kids to read between the ages of 8 and 13 and beyond that as well. So, and these books generally, like I said, they have violence in them, but they're well written books, and they're easy to jump onto, and I think kids will enjoy this. That's just my suggestions, and I'm gonna leave it at that.